Dropping Jaiwanti probe the right thing, a Sunday's Express opinion. The government made the right decision in dropping the probe against Auditor General Jaiwanti Ramdas, which was set off by the $2.6 billion understatement in the country's 2023 financial accounts. However, this has happened only after the government spent undisclosed but undoubtedly hefty sums to contest Ms. Ramdas's lawsuit for judicial review all the way to the Privy Council, and taxpayers may still have to bear further legal costs. In its written judgment delivered on January 25th, the Law Lords wrote, "It is unfortunate that the so-called knockout blow relied on by the minister has not only led to extensive argument in the domestic courts, but also to this second appeal. In other words, Finance Minister Colm Imbert should never have started this fight by accusing the Auditor General of unprofessional conduct, let alone contested the High Court's initial ruling." In a media release issued last Friday, the Office of the Attorney General said the probe into Ms. Ramdas's conduct is being discontinued because the final report of the investigative committee helpfully discloses what went wrong and satisfactorily explained the understatement. Not only is this disingenuous, but by not including any details about the understated $2.6 billion, AG Reginald Armour is displaying utter contempt for the public's right to know. In response to the release, Ramdas's lead attorney, Anand Ramlogan, South Carolina, issued a release stating the discontinuance of the probe does not address her other claim for the breach of her constitutional rights. Hopefully, if Ms. Ramdas's legal action continues, the government will consider an out-of-court settlement instead of incurring more fees fighting her. This debacle was created entirely by Minister Imbert. In the lawsuit, Ms. Ramdas's legal team argued that the fact that he had so vehemently criticized the applicant and made clear statements indicating his view about her conduct both indicate that he had a personal interest in the outcome of the investigation which he initiated. The Law Lords concurred, saying, "It is arguable that this has the appearance of a one-sided investigation seeking to deflect attention or blame away from the minister." In a different kind of political culture, Mr. Imbert would have already resigned or been fired. Instead, he will be contesting the next general election in a safe seat. Indeed, avoiding a probe into Mr. Imbert may be the real reason the government has decided to drop its action against Ms. Ramdas. As the Law Lords noted, whether the minister acted with bias, and in that sense an improper purpose, is a question that can only be determined at a full hearing. But that hearing will not happen because, according to the AG's office, the investigation has answered all outstanding questions. Fair-minded citizens are unlikely to accept this conclusion without full disclosure. The Law Lords have already said as much, quoting in their ruling the words of Court of Appeal Judge Alan Mendonca in another case. "If there is no investigation, the allegations do not simply disappear. On the contrary, they may simply grow louder in volume."